Hey, guys, I hope y'all are having a good week. Sorry about the delay in getting our video posted this week. I know we tried to get them done on Wednesday, but I've had sick kids and it rolled through every single one of my children. Plus, it's just been one of those weeks at work. But enough of the excuses. Let's just dive right in. Earlier this week, I was reading about this story about Rizpah, and it's one of those that it's just like, ooh, that was pretty gruesome, and just one of those things where, like, what do you want me to know from this, God? And so I started kind of thinking about it, and at first I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to glean and learn from this. But then there was one thing on one of the days that I read. It was just like one of the questions that they asked you, and it was one of the questions about it, and it just kind of really struck me. So, just as a little bit of a recap, Rizpah was one of the concubines of Saul, and Saul had gone back on his word with the Gibeonites, and basically there was famine in the land, and they were thinking, and David was trying to pick up all the pieces from Saul's leadership and like try to get the kingdom and the Israelites and everything back and have a peaceful relationship. And the one thing that they wanted was, they didn't want money. The Gibeonites didn't want that. They wanted to basically end the line of Saul. So that's what David did. David handed over the descendants of Saul. 2 of those were his sons and 5 were his grandsons. And the two sons, those were the sons of Rizpah, Saul's concubine. And so they were gruesomely executed, and they were basically left to rot where they were executed. Well, as a mother, that would be very tragic to see, no matter what the circumstance. It doesn't say that the son or the grandson shared in Saul's crime or his sins. Who knows? It doesn't say. But basically, what she wanted was an honorable burial for her children. As a mom, I mean, I can understand that too. You have these babies and you raise them, and they're always, even when they're adults, you want to have that closure and that burial, and that just during that time of grief, I think that you kind of need that. And so what it says about Rizpah is that she laid out a sackcloth on a rock overlooking where they were laying after they were executed. And she sat there for months and months, and night and day she would ward off the birds that would come and try to peck at their flesh. She would ward off the animals that would try to come and eat them or whatever. But I thought to myself, that must have been extremely difficult. Not only are you dealing with the gruesome death of your children and the grief, but then you're going to add in the difficult situation that she is going through, because she believes that this is right, that this is what needs to be done. And so I thought to myself, as I was reading this story, what does God want me to learn from this? And then I read a question that on one of the days that it mentioned, and it asked, how difficult do you think that this was for Rizpah? And I thought to myself, how important it is to be steadfast in your faith. Now, it doesn't say anything about her faith. This is just something that she is doing. But I thought to myself, how many times are people in difficult situations? Whether it's a difficult marriage or a financial situation or a health crisis or having difficult children, difficult grown children who are off making bad choices. Whatever it is, everybody faces difficult situations. But how do you respond to it? Do you respond to it with strength, perseverance, endurance? Because imagine, through the elements, through the rain, through the cold, through the fact that her children are lying in front of her in a field, rotting and decaying, and she could have probably easily said, nothing is going to change here. Nobody sees me. Nobody cares. Nobody understands what I'm going through, that I'm a mother and I just want to bury my children. And I thought about that, and I thought about strength, and I thought about perseverance, and I thought about endurance. And I think that is something to learn from Rizpah. That's what she did. It said, let me look at it here. She stayed there the entire harvest season. She prevented the scavenger birds from tearing at their bodies during the day and stopped the wild animals at night. So, no matter what it is that you're going through, I want you to know that God is with you. He is right beside you. Even when the odds are unsurmountable and you don't think that it's going to change, it will. God is there for you. It says, for you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. That's James 1:3. And then another verse, one that a lot of us know, is, for I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So no matter what you're going through, no matter how difficult it is, I just want you to know that God is right there. He is holding your hands. He is picking you up. He is giving you the energy to get up and make it through another day. That's what I have today. I just want you guys to know that I'm praying for you. It's easy to have relationships that are just kind of shallow, where you don't let people know. But I want you to know that if you have anything that you're going through and that you need prayer for, please let us know. Let me know. I wondered when I was reading this story, because it doesn't say, there's a lot of things it doesn't say, but I wondered, did Rizpah have any women around her that were with her during this? Were they bringing her food? Were they providing her with warm clothes? Were they being there, just being an encouragement to her? And I think that is something to keep in your mind, that when you know somebody who is going through just hell on earth, that their strength might be waning someday, and it might be kind of fading out, but just some encouraging words from a friend, a thoughtful, prayer, or even, just paying an electric bill, or helping, taking their kids for them so they can have a day off from, crazy, and just have some me time. Anything that can be just a little glimmer of hope in a difficult time can be very helpful and can help revive someone's spirit. And I want you guys to know that if you need anything, please let us know. And I'm praying for you. It's easy just to go through life and not really get a deep relationship, with everybody, and stuff like that. But we really truly do love you, and we want you to know that we are here for you, no matter what you need. You just let us know. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great week and stays flu and fever free. Christmas is coming up, so Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon. Bye.